Thank you very much, John. Let's get to the top picks from Paul Gardner, starting off with a Storage Vault, SVI on the TSX. They got approval late last year to actually switch from the venture to the TSX.
Yeah, so Storage Vault is technically not a REIT. It's an operating company, but it falls in that space. And it's not an industrial. It's obviously Storage Vault. And what does well in recessions is these storage companies where households not only have to downsize or they have to rent their place, they have to store furniture, but also commercial entities are using their facilities even more and more because sometimes you can't get into the warehouse. So there's such a demand for this type of product. And also to zone a new storage facility in a city takes 1 to 2 years. It's almost like there's barriers to entry to create more storage. They've done a great job over the last number of years to consolidate and get as many properties as possible. We think it's a growth story. We think that it's one of these crazy dynamics that they can raise rents after 6 months, and they'll do considerably well. And another thing is management owns a third of the float, so that's always great to see when you see strong owners, strong management owning the stock or the units. So we like this. We think it does well in not only growth stories, but through the pandemic. There's barriers to entry. They're geographically focused in Canada, and we think that it's actually quite cheap.
You have a REIT idea for us, accommodation REIT, Canadian Apartment, CAR.UN, cap REIT, the biggie in the industry.
Yeah, so this is the bellwether for apartment REITs, and we generally have never owned it. We found either Boardwalk or Killam or whatever, but we've never really owned it because it was always priced so high, and it traded at a price to AFFO of 27, 28 times. Now it trades at about 20, 22. It trades at a discount to its NAV. The biggest concern is their energy costs, but since energy has fallen down and come off, that's going to help their margins. They're also big enough to spread their input costs to offset, because the benefit obviously of apartments, and this has been the theme the whole hour, is apartments can raise rents even though there's rent control. On the turnover of those properties, they're gonna raise. Canada is raising their rents about 6-7% across the country. So the dynamics are good, and don't forget they don't have to deal with loan spreads because they get funding through CMHC. Oh. And CMHC has said categorically we need more apartments, and with immigration at 400,000 people a year, this just feeds into the apartments of Canada.
Yeah, and you do seem to be seeing more rental construction around Toronto. I don't know if the economics have changed. Or...
Well, actually, that's more probably condos, because they've been, and even then, there's been a third of new developments canceled because of this land or this tax on development, or land transfer tax on development. It has gone up by it's a developer's tax, and it's gone down. I think it went up 100%. So it's causing havoc to the economics of the rate of return for building apartments, which is never good, because you're just killing off. We need apartments. We need condos. We need it. There's too many people moving into this country.
Okay. And, well, I think you mean too many people to actually house them all, Paul.
Yeah, sorry. We like immigrants. Canada likes immigrants coming in, but we got to house them. And they're not going to be, most of them are not going to be buying condos. They're going to look for a rental. And that's why these large organizations, pension plans and REITs, do a great job of creating at least not only value for the investor, but is also a good generally a good landlord for new tenants.
We're a little tight for time here. Tell us about Nexus Industrial REIT. Why do you like these guys? What are they?
Once again, it's this industrial theme. It's a smaller cap. It's growing. It has a kind of a land bank through a private entity that sells to them, and they buy shares of Nexus in lieu of selling their properties. It's geographically diversified to Canada. Industrial, no matter where it's going, industrial has such demand, and rates are going up. And we think even in a recession or the transfer of the at-home or the online, of course, creates logistics and warehouse issues, which you always want to be part of. The Amazon effect, effectively, that you want to own the warehouses of Amazon, and I believe they have a couple properties that Amazon is tenanted there.
Paul, thank you very much indeed for joining us.
Okay, thanks, Andy. Nice seeing you.
Paul Gardner. I think we have 1 sec to look at the markets very quickly. Oh, I think we're out of time. We're going to be handing it over to John Ehrlichman. Maybe we'll have a quick look at how the US market is faring as investors try to decide, well, will the Fed keep yanking stimulus, taking away the proverbial punch bowl?